Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we did clear out a bit of animals over here, but they have returned over on this side then. So let's start by figuring out what's in here first of all. Ah, it's more salamanders, alright. Well, we can send in the tanks, I suppose, to already start softening them up a little bit. Because these tanks are actually fairly capable of dealing with them. I mean, other than the fact that those didn't have enough movement right now to do too much. We could actually go ahead and do a quick little cheeky ranged attack over here as well. Let's drop a few rounds there. Maybe we... No, we didn't get any kills, but we did get some hits at least. We can send in the mechanized troops there. And then I suppose after that, this one could maybe... I think what we're going to do, we'll just strategically transfer it over there. That'll mostly be fine. Right, so we do know that there's quite a chunk of enemies in here, but I mean, they are not particularly great, so if we were to just utilize these troops in here, I believe we can actually just break the enemy. Oh, well, we'll get a bit of casualties there. Come on. There we go. He retreated. Let's move these in. Well, that in at least. Let's have a look at the replacement troops that we need. We've got 300 infantry, but I'm not entirely sure how much of that is actually line troops. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make another 200. And then the machine guns. Get some of these. So how much do the anti-tank guns cost? Oh, it's a bit expensive. Trimmer guns. Alright, well, I mean, I suppose you can trim the enemy tank lines or something. Right, let's have a look at the decision. So, incident where a joke gone wrong. We've got decent relations with you, so I suppose we can denounce your actions. Staff Council task, that can stay as is. Oh, and we can operationalize... Ooh, light armor army. Now that could actually be quite nice. Having a light tank brigade, for example, could be very handy. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take that one. And then the leader recruitment. First of all, I'm not going to bid on the Maritime Trade House there. I suppose one of the things that we'd probably need to do again is... Oh, hold on. I mean, these are not the same leaders. Oh, that's expansion quota. Right, yeah, sure. With the leader recruitment... I'm going to say not now, please. We've got way too many leaders already. How are we doing in terms of money? We are actually gaining some, so that's good. This one could go up there. We do not have enough points to build up to the mine over there yet. At least we're getting closer, but let's go ahead and capture a bit more land here. Because that can't move in there yet. Clearing out a little bit more there. Oh, there's something in here. Well, at least we got some of that covered already. Did we get the... I don't suppose we got the railway built yet. Or the... No, we don't have the station built yet. And we don't have the points yet to start building the railway through here either. So I suppose one of the other things that we could maybe do, if we were to build a railhead over there, well, we don't have the metal for that, but assuming that we did, we could build that one first, and then we can start building the railway up to there, and that would already reduce the distance, or like the amount of trucks that we need to transport between somebody and Spike. The big problem is that we only have the, well, technically speaking, actually, we've got the truck station in, well, if we just go for the province itself, so it's going to be a little bit easier to see. Or the hex itself. Right, so there's only level 1 transport hub in here. And it's a private asset. We could nationalize that, but it's actually only 500 credits. Sure, I'll do that one. Population happiness is going to drop a little bit and all that. And we need to pay for those wages now. But at the same time, it's going to be a bit higher tier, and we can actually upgrade this to level 2 already. So that's going to increase the amount of truck points and all that. Although right now it's it should be 800 truck points. It's only 600 right now, but I suppose it'll probably get better. And level 2 would be a lot more truck points actually. It's not too expensive to build. It would take a little bit more upkeep of workers and quite a bit more fuel, but at the same time that could also be quite nice to upgrade in there. So yeah, logistics are not all that robust yet. We're working on it though. We're working on it. Oh, I can't. Oh right, it might not be able to move into the crashing marsh over there, unless there's a road to follow. Same like in here, we couldn't move into the crashing marsh there with the tanks. We did the battle there. This one's all... Oh, actually, no, we didn't move that yet. Let's move back there to be on the safer side of supplies. Let's also check out what's in here. Also, we may need to do a little bit of a zone border cleaning in here. And actually, at this point, what I can do is I can go up to here. Actually, we're going to go all the way through. Good. So now this all is part of Spokemania. So Spike is not going to be expanding over there anymore. And I suppose, well, we don't have the stuff yet. But eventually we will build up some of the infrastructure in here. And we will have our own city here. One of the things that I'm wondering is if I should link these two roads to one another. It will cause some issues for the logistics. To some degree at least. But at the same time we could maybe... If we build a road through there, especially since this is going to be a separate zone here anyway. We might... Well, rather it's going to go through there, the border. But like it's going to be a different zone. I don't know if we're going to have another zone over it. Well, probably not just this area. That would be quite small. So we did also find out that there's some enemies in here. We do not have any artillery though. But let's just split these troops a little bit. We can send in this infantry over there to assist with that. And I still don't know whose rebels these are. They are rebels though. I just don't know whose. So let's get to the next round, shall we? Do need to retake a lot of this area. But I suppose now that we sort of captured that one. Not fully yet, but we can sort of start encircling. We could even bring in the second artillery group there. Double artillery strike on that one. It would be quite ammo heavy, but at the same time the amount of damage that we could do is probably quite significant. There's also a lot of mountains over here that I want to clear. Oh, there we go. We won at least one battle there. That was the only battle that we won. Hey, Plucker. And we discovered bazookas. And discovered armored army. So that'd be probably like the medium tanks. As a unit. Right, well, let's take a look at the front line here. So, that one's moving out. There also seems to be something in here. Alright, that may have been old news, actually. Well, anyway, we've got that sorted. I guess we've got the two artillery in here, so let's just use these. My quartermasters will weep for all the ammo that I spent here, but... They might weaken the enemy a decent chunk. Oh, there's double kill at least. And now if we use our tanks and recon, these two should already be pretty effective combined. Yeah, you could say that. One, we push them in there. We attack a second time. Open fire. Apparently we can. And there we go, that's destroyed. So that was quite successful. I'm just going to quickly do a bit of zone border cleaning up again. There we go. So, we've moved this one already. We don't know too much about the enemies in here. I suppose we got our... Is this the tank one? Yeah, that's the tank one. We get it through this pass again. And the infantry can sort of guard the flank. We've got a little bit of supplies in here. We don't know... I mean, there seems to be an enemy in the middle there. You can't move in there, though. I suppose this one could actually move a little bit closer. Just a little bit surely we're clearing out all of this. Let's have a look at the decisions, then. Zan just wants to organize party. To the veterans. That seems like a good idea. Doesn't take too much from us. Militia learns from experience, yep. We'll send in a bit of people there. We could have spent a bit of money at militia to increase the experience even further. There's been a bit of incident, so the populace Spike was celebrating local moon festival, completely unplanned to surprise the crowd. I paused the music and climbed on stage and gave an impromptu speech. The people now hold this against me and say I have no decorum. The populace Spike is angry and there might well be some minor unrest. We can afford having 6 unrest there, it's not too bad. National budget, I don't think we need to worry about this too much. Although one of the things that I might actually do is... I'm going to keep the Supreme Command as is. The appliance science, we don't use all that much yet, so I'm going to reduce that to like 3%. We'll keep the Air Force at 5. Then the interior we could maybe reduce a tiny bit. And the Secret Service. So we'll have those 3 are 10 points total. Foreign Affairs we could maybe reduce a tiny bit as well, actually. Like to 4%. So I'm just hoping to get a little bit more into the economic. The Staff Council can stay as 10%. Actually, I'm going to switch So economic is 20% and 21 at Supreme Command. There we go. So it's going to cause a bit of unhappiness on some of them. Ah, right. So we got the assault gun. So now we could do the bazooka. Actually, getting a bazooka unit of some sort would be quite nice. But how far are we from getting the RPG? It's 38% right now, so it might take a while. But we could, technically speaking, wait for that one. So if we do have a look at the types, well, actually, it's probably the models. A bit easier. So we got the Pattern Advisor and machine guns. I believe we could actually get better machine guns on our infantry or the machine gunners already. Also, do we have the armor transport? We do. We haven't unlocked or upgraded our transports at any point, so we could maybe give the trucks a bit of an upgrade. Go for like a medium diesel engine, for example. That's probably not a bad idea, actually. So we'll redesign our trucks. That would be fairly quick. Built upon. So we'll just add in the diesel engine to be medium instead. It's going to be a bit more expensive build, but at the same time, it's going to increase the engine power a decent bit as well. And also increase the fuel usage, but it's alright. And they ask for nothing else. Alright then. So you wanting to offer, or wanting to buy almost 400 industrial points, paid 470. That's not a lot. Leader recruitment. First we'll support the expansionists there in Lima, Maine, but in Zora Deep, right, leader available. Candidate is young and in good shape. I mean, that is quite tempting, admittedly, so we'll take that one. And then, do we sell industrial points? Right now, I'm going to say no, because we do still need to increase the enforcement anyway for the mission. Which, how much is it right now? It is 62, so we need another 3 points there, I suppose. We could send in the scouts somewhere. Maybe send... Ooh, actually, I think we are going to send them back towards here, because there's clearly something trying to go around. And we do not want them to slip past us. We've got that stuff at least sorted. Oh, right, we do have enough points, hopefully, to build the road now. Yeah, there we go, 640. It's a bit expensive, but now we finally have our railway up to the mountain here, so we could... Ah, right, we started using the machinery already, so we got all of that used up here, so the rail doesn't need any more machinery, at least. Or the railway station doesn't need any more machinery. Now, I suppose what I could do is I could build a tiny bit of the rail already in here. It's going to cost us a lot of metal. We could actually go all the way to Silverfax. Now, if we take away the bottleneck, we can see the railway going through there. Now, of course, since there is no station in there, we could actually put in a small station there. Just for the heck of it, because, you know, it's, well, right now it's not necessarily possible, but maybe next round we can start working on that. We could, technically speaking, go ahead and build another machinery. Also, we need at least 2 for the mine over here, don't we? We could even have wind traps there. I mean, that's for water collection. But metal mining facility, so it's, yeah, it's 2 machines. It would also take a lot of industrial production right now, which we don't have that much available. Try to capture a bit more of the land here. There we go, we got the Mediatek. These have got on their reinforcements at least. I send in the scouts over there, and I suppose the infantry could then move back a little bit, get on the hillside here. Technically speaking, these 2 might be able to push back the enemy, with maybe a bit of casualties. But now we've got this one, so what's that? That is, bureaucratic bonus, or bureaucratic points, not bonus points, even, so that's even better. Right, so I can't attack there without a road. Oh, wait, no, I can. Alright then, well, let's get in there. Prepare to be annihilated. There we go, we pushed them back, we killed 5. Pretty decent. Oh, we even pushed it all the way to the ocean. Well, I'll be. There's quite a bit of salamanders over here. Are these? No, they're pretty rubbish, actually. Ah, there we go, we got a bit more stuff there. This is the... I think we might be able to beat these, actually. There we go, one of them surrendered. And one of them continued, but it's not too shabby. Ah, there must be something in here as well. Alright then. But at least we captured some more land in here, and also a bit more free folk will be included in our zone here, which is quite nice. How much do we have in there? This, okay, 4,100. We do need a bit more population. Looks like the civilization score, or the quality of life score, isn't all that great. And since we got a double... Oh, right. National civilization level, yeah, okay. So civilization score, is that... Ah, right, over here we've got 70, but over here we got only 17. So yeah, that could be a lot better. We do need a bit more ammo, but I think we're gonna wait until the next round with that. Let's take a quick gander at the dashboard over here. So metal soil filtration is now at 50%. And then with that, we're going to get basically unlimited metal. It's not necessarily going to be very efficient, I reckon, but at least it will provide a little bit. And the main transport is getting upgraded, and turboprop engines are 82%, finally. So that will be done soon-ish. I do wonder if we should move this one out a little bit to capture some of that, and that one's already moved, this one's moved, that one's moved. I'm going to send one of these artillery over here to maybe help clear out that one. And the other one can continue south for at least up to this area. Once we capture that, we'll probably just hold for the time being, because we're pushed pretty far in there already. And of course, oh, hello. There's someone blocking the path. I'm going to pull these back a little bit. Ah, there you are. Well, how... well, actually, we might be able to do a quicker range attack with this. Don't know if we deal any damage, but we might get a hit or two. Of course, we've got fairly bad recon in there right now, so we didn't get any hits. I am hoping, though, that we are at least able to deal some... Well, they got pretty good defense. They got the absorption, so we need to be able to have the base damage high enough to actually pierce that. So that's a problem. But we can maybe slowly capture these Alps here. We're also losing a bit of... Ooh, how is Ansang doing in terms of supplies and all that? They got 100 food. They are consuming a decent bit. They got plenty of water, that's for sure. They're producing 700 water there, but... Alright then, we got a tiny bit of stock of fuel. We might need to send a bit more. And industry and all that. Is there population actually... Oh, it is growing. Yeah, 100 growth per... or from natural growth there. They're trying to build the farming dome community, which is probably fine. I don't think we need to worry about that one too much. If they do build it. Of course, they don't have the money for it yet. Alternatively, I could build a agricultural facility in here. That would be relatively cheap. But I suppose we'll wait until we get the metal production upgrade. So let's get to the next round. So let's start that one. Once we get the metal production upgrade, we can then maybe send a bit more stuff there. We may need to extend our... Well, I mean, I know that we will need to extend the transport deal that we have soon-ish. But also, at least we are able to have a small capacity air bridge in there. It would be nice if it would be a bit larger, but that's what we have as planes, so that's what we'll do. We could maybe try getting slightly better, but it's a long distance right now. Once we can get airfields a little bit closer, it's not going to be quite as crucial to have the max range, and then we're going to maybe reduce the fuel amount a little bit or something to get slightly better stuff. Okay, the situation in the north didn't look all that great. We're getting a bit cut off there. No battles, though. Ah, word score will go up now. That's good. Curiosity. Livermaid is having yet another auction. Right, well, we could now start constructing the mine in here. Metal mining facility. Construction. It might not have enough workers there yet, but that will be sorted out eventually. We'll capture some of this. I'm going to send this one into the mountains. We're going to go into the Mediatek. We could maybe get a little bit... Well, I suppose that has low mountains in here. So if we want to get supplies closer, we might have to go through here somewhere. That's actually more mountains as well, but it's low mountains, so it's not too bad. All things considered. We probably do want to connect to this one eventually for the fuel. Let's have a look at the decisions. Okay, I can do... I suppose I can get your recruit. Meritocracy reaches at least 39 points. Ooh, it's only 29 right now. Which is probably going down because it's being suppressed. Right. If we refuse... I was going to reduce the relations with a faction, but no, I'm going to refuse that one. The Secret Service, I'm not going to do changes there. Alliance Review. Okay, Azora Deep's leader occupy 30% of Governor, Director, and Supreme Headquarters commander positions. Our alliance require that they occupy 40%. When they reach this target, we will provide you with a 5% or plus minus 5 price, I don't know, divider on contract with us. Relations will improve if you keep up your side of the deal. Will soar if you don't. You can choose to continue your alliance or cancel it. We can choose to continue our alliance or cancel. Okay, well, that's Basically the same thing said twice there. Yeah, we can continue that alliance. Right, more leaders. Excellent sailor. Expansion quarrels in Lima Main. Yeah, we'll support that one. Auction. Do a small bit there, 500 credit. A bit expensive. And then the leader recruitment. So we got a little bit of political points that we've been gathering. I suppose we could recruit another one, just to be on the safe side. Alien natives are entering somebody from Raconian... Oh, right. So Raconian territory. We will explain things.
Yes, sir.
They're ignoring or missing... Okay, so that didn't go well. So danger goes up a little bit. And Timonish Republic is blackmailing us. I'm not going to take that well. So I'm just going to say, screw you. I'm not paying you. There we go. So we're capturing a little bit more lands there. Let's try to clear out a bit more of the mountains. And I suppose this could try clearing out some of that. Oh, right. So that's part of the Raconish territory there already. So if we just clear out that one, then we just need to keep this northern area there clear. How much do we have points now? So we started working on the mine. That's going to take us a decent bit of industrial points. But beyond that, we still got a little bit extra. We do not have too much machinery available. We're going to need 2 of that already. So let's, first of all, get 1 more machine. I got a plan. And then we'll build a bit more ammunition as well, because I know that we're going to need some of that. That leaves us with 137. So not enough to build the railway from Silverback to whatever place this one was. Nuclear, okay. But what I could do is I could start constructing... I do actually wonder. No, I don't think I can... I suppose the easier way to check is, do we have an air... Okay, we've got air bases. I'm just wondering, do we have a agriculture? We do. Ah, delegate. Okay. Don't know. That's not giving it to the private section, I don't think, but it might be able to designate which zone is owning it. Let's go ahead and check this. Ah, there we go. There's the enemy. I'll try to hold on to the fuel over here at least. There must be something over here as well. Then let's have a look at the southern front here. So there's something in there. We can't see it. Now we can. Oh, okay. They've got a bit of artillery there. Other than that, it's not too shabby. Capture those 2 again so we can get a bit of recruits. Clear out some of the mountains there. So this artillery is going to head over here. And this one is... We could actually bring it closer to here to then do the artillery strike on the unit on the mountains. Now, they do have a bit of artillery, so there is a chance that there's going to be some counter artillery fire. But I think our artillery is probably a bit better than what they have. And we do have 300 recruits right now. Right, so the reason why we got the extra machine is I kind of do want to start working on the agriculture facility in here. We are going to need a bit of water to run it, and we're also going to need a lot of workers to build this. So let's go ahead and colonize, send in some workers in.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
So at least we'll have that operational. These 2 are going to probably stay as is. So we are getting a bit of population in here, right? Not right now, but we did have a little bit of growth earlier. And I believe also Spokomania is growing. Well, yes and no. We don't have enough workers in here, actually. They got the private lab in there, which is giving us a bit of research bonus points as well as health quality of life points. So that's not too bad. Where is that anyway? Oh, is it in the city? Okay. Right, so there is something in here. I can feel it in my bones. Get through there, I suppose. This one can't move backwards right now. And then I suppose we got our scouts. We could maybe send these a little bit closer. Oh, there we go. Now we can at least see something in here. We don't know yet what it is, but at least we know that it's there. I guess it's not all bad. Let's take a quick look. So how many things are we actually building right now in assets? The Unsung is building agriculture. Spokomania is not building anything. Somebody is building the metal mine as well as the rail station. Which, you know, that will be built soon enough. Once we get the metal mine especially, then that's going to allow us to start building the railway properly. I suppose another thing that I could do is get a tiny bit of the road built here. Because I didn't mention that I kind of need that one there. I could also build a tiny bit of road here to provide a bit more supplies in this area. And I suppose also from the Silent Shrine, a little bit more road over here. Is that going to be... Well, that does take a lot of our industrial points, so we don't really want to spend any further than that right now. But as that happens to be the case, that's still mostly fine. We didn't have any battles, did we? No, it's just the air bridge going. And no one's intercepting us there, so we are mostly fine. Is there... So they still haven't expanded at all from their city there. I don't know if that city is even alive properly, but that's none of my business right now. So I guess we'll head to the next round then. So there's definitely still quite a bit of land over here to capture, although it's not really... Well, I mean, there might be some metals and such over here, so it's not all bad. And of course, there's a lot of land over here that could be captured, although we don't have troops or the logistics to capture anything in there, quite frankly. We'll try to fix the... or build the railway between... Oh, okay, I forgot about that sector, I'll admit. So yeah, those troops are not looking good. Right, let's fix that first. Oh, metal deposit to discover in Spokane. Well, that's good. And main transport 2 is now done. All machinery has been secured. I mean, the extra machinery is definitely useful. Well, let's go ahead and pull back a little bit with these. So how bad is that? Oh, there's a lot of lizard snakes there. But yeah, we need to pull back a little bit with these troops, I reckon. We could maybe send this one to assist there. Just in case. This one's already been built, so let's have a look. Where did we find the metal? It's over there, okay. It's a bit far away. We'd probably have to put in like at least a supply base somewhere in between. But beyond that, it's doable. Or we can work that at least, let's just say. Oh, there is something in here. Pull back to the Royal Spa. And we do not have the intel... Oh, now we do. Range attack. We use both of the units. So they do have one artillery piece. As far as we know, we're not really getting a lot of hits with our troops here. So that might be partially because the sort of poor intel that we have. Should probably have moved this one in there first. So we would have another artillery actually in that. Don't know how bad that is, so I'm just gonna pull back to the mercenary camp. Let's have a look at the decisions then. Erect a statue. Sure. I'll allow that. Motion that we are war with Samonis Republic. Up to round 92, so that's 10 rounds. I don't think we're quite ready for that one. So I'm gonna refuse that. Apply Science Council task. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do any changes there. And now we need a new design. Oh, right, so we could do the bazooka already again. We've, don't really need to do that. I'm gonna have a look at the machine gun. Is there anything else that we could... I mean, I believe we can at least get the better machine gun itself in there. Alternatively, we could improve our infantry a bit further. But let's have a look at the machine gun. So we'll build up on the machine gun that we have. Yeah, there we go. So advanced machine gun is going to be a bit more expensive to build. Not in terms of metal, but in terms of industrial points. And then we'll give the Para Envire suit. It just increases the firepower a decent bit. New Elder took power in Lima, Maine. Expansion rating going down. Naval warfare rating going down. Aggression rating is going up though. Hold on a minute. Right, so if we... I'm going to say no on this one. Just to reduce the government sector right now, or the thingamajig over here right now, so we can maybe increase the enforcement we've got. I believe we still got the demand to increase the enforcement. Yeah, we need to reach 65 points. We've still got 20 rounds left to be fair, so we're not in a hurry. But it would be nice to get that done sooner rather than later. Because we do know that there's the snakes over there. Also there's something in here maybe trying to slip past us. We'll try to hold that area. And then we did move the troops in the north already, I'm pretty sure. We did already have the battles there, and that one's moved. That one's moved. Let's get the artillery in here, and we'll bring in the scouts as well. Let's try to... No. Not build a road, but rather a range attack. No return fire expected. Let's see, how much can we do damage? Not a lot, while I suppose we moved into the mountains here, so that might cause some issues. Let's bring these back to supplies. And there seems to be something trying to slip past here. We need to retake that. Or sort of try to stop it at least. Right, well, in that case, ammunition we could use a bit more, but how are the construction process going? So, in Somebody, we're still building the mine. We did get the railway built, at least. In Ansang, we have started working the agriculture, but that is going to require a lot more workers, and that the more workers is probably going to require then a bit more food as well. I mean, if we have a look at the... Well, there's still 94 food in there, so I think that's still going to be mostly fine. And once we get a bit more food production in here, then that's going to be fine. After that, it's going to be a matter of getting the... Well, frankly, getting some fuel in here regularly. And then we can maybe get the truck stuff in here. That does remind me, though, about the truck stuff. We have yet to upgrade the... We did privatize the truck station there. Now, it does provide a lot more logistical points total. But if we were to upgrade that... It's going to take a little bit of stuff. You know what? We're not going to do that quite yet. What we're going to do instead is we are going to build a little bit more of the railway. Yeah, at least up to there. We will eventually put in the station over here as well. Or not a full station, but like a stop there for the rail, so we can pick up the fuel from here. Although that fuel is going to run out soon-ish. Well, it's 9,000, so, you know, it's going to take a while, actually. It's 400 per round, so it's, you know, 20 to 30 rounds or something like that before it's running out. But this one is going to be quite important still, because there's the port over there, so, you know, picking up stuff from there without having to have the rail going all the way there. I think the rail is mostly going to be useful, or used, at least in our run here, between the cities, and then maybe in some important areas, just to reduce the amount of trucks that we need elsewhere, so the trucks can then focus on providing supplies for our troops, for example. Speaking of which, let's move that there, then return. I guess this could also pull back a little bit. Capture some stuff there. This is going to return back to better supplies. We did also manage to push out the enemy from here. I don't know where exactly it went. Might be over there, or it may have pushed all the way through there. Ooh. Okay, there's the absorption lizards over there. I'm gonna let them maybe sneak or slip past here. That'll probably be the easy option. We've got 600 industrial points, so that's actually not too shabby. But I suppose one of the things that we do need to do is send a tiny bit more workers over here.
Yes, sir. Right.
Might not be all that much of an impact, and maybe we'll transfer a tiny bit of food as well. Speaking of food, we are slowly running low on that. Well, I say low, it's still 3,500, so it's not really low. But we're still losing some of it over time. That one did already move, so I guess we are actually out of time for this episode, looking at the clock. So, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.